Hi folks, just to do an update on currencies. Looking at the dollar index at the moment, it's had a bit of a touch up to the downside. We did hold the April low so far. We are at the bottom of the volume profile, so this is a strong support level. Um, Additionally, the lower weekly bearish is below the monthly bearish, which means that gives it energy to the upside, just as we had in this situation here. If the market did happen to break lower, then I would be looking for buy signals around this 97.38 level, which is the lower yearly pivot. Remembering that at the end of last year, we fell marginally short of the upper annual bullish, but certainly the previous years before that had closed bullish. So long-term dollar index is still in a bullish uptrend. Let's just having a consolidation this year. Now, for me personally, moving forward, what would I be looking at to sort of confirm? I'll be looking probably next month for close above the upper um, monthly bullish pivot. So right now, if it was the end of the week, that would reside at around this 100 level. So it has a little bit of work to do at the moment. The dollar index, it is short-term oversold, and looking ahead to the month ahead, we see this projected monthly pivot below the quarterly pivot. So that is a place where the market can move higher from. In addition, we are coming into strong support. So can't be too long before the dollar index turns around, folks. Certainly, there's a key volume level there. So any monthly close sort of over that would be fairly bullish. In terms of the euro, this is probably going to be painting the other side of that coin. We touched on the euro a few times. It's failed to go down, and now having a bit of a move up off the back of the election. Longer term, the trends are clearly still down, and from memory, I think you're probably looking at a monthly close over around 1.10 for it to retain any momentum to the upside. So I've just got the Euro US dollar spot calculating at the moment. If I just pull off the projected pivots and add in the normal pivots, okay, there we go. So what's that tell us? Well, it tells us that we've got this big annual level up here at 1.1098. Should the market manage to close, take out this high at the end of the week, then on a closing basis, then it may be that we target 1.1098. This is a reaction to the upside at the moment. When I look to these trend studies at the bottom, so these are uptrends here across time, these are downtrends across time. There are monthly trends, and if I look to this study here, there's yearly and semi-annual and quarterly trends in place to the downside. So, there's been no reason to be short, the euro for a little while now. We've been talking about that ever since, we had that monthly close back here. When that happened, we raised that and we said, "Oh, be careful here." We're just taking out the monthly bullish there back in January, and now we're just testing higher. So just going to be patient at the moment with the euro while it plays out. But fundamentally, the long-term trends are still in play. You would need a quarterly close over 1.0875 to even blink out a longer-term move to the downside, move to the upside. So I'm not trying to buy this. I'm just being patient with it. Looking at the pound's moved up to 128. There's some key levels around 130, and a monthly close over 130 will probably open higher. The euro pound has come into, if I just click on this one, the euro pound has just bounced off support. We do mention that in the webinars and the videos that have been coming out, that the euro pound was coming into support. and that's it there. So we bounced off that support. We did also have, not only was it support, but the yellow weekly. You can see the white dots there, indicating that the market was oversold prior to the rally at at the start of the week. For me, there's no change in the trend of the euro pound at the moment. It is in a monthly downtrend. Just do need to be careful. This is a critical level here, last year's close. I'll be paying attention if we started closing above that on a weekly basis. It would probably open up a back test of this monthly upper pivot there. Having said that, if if the market does fail here at this last year's annual close, then its true colours are being revealed. So just watching the waiting on that one. We've still got a few days to go till the end of the week, so let's just see how that goes. They're probably the key currency markets. Actually, let's have a look at the Polish zloty. So that back tested the annual support, and so far as holding, it is in a very oversold position at support. So I'll be watching with interest. We've been watching this for weeks now from the buy side, and it's never managed to take out this upper annual pivot. So still waiting, and that's why the closes are so critical, folks, to get that confirmation. So I do like this longer term, but once again, we are still waiting for time to tell us that that market's okay. Look at the US dollar SEK. That's been swinging around as well, but still no damage done on a closing basis. The market was oversold down here, had weekly buy signals and corrected up, moved into an overbought position, but still there's been no close on a weekly basis, and even today there is still no close on a weekly basis, so the US dollar SEK is still valid. Before I go, I might just quickly update on sugar as well, because I've been having a good hard look at that one. That does look very, very interesting from not only this quarter's perspective, but next month's perspective. So right now, we're back at annual support, and we are oversold because the quarterly lower pivot is below the annual pivot. And what's interesting is that we're coming into the change of the month. So when I look at the next month, now we also have the monthly lower pivot below the quarterly, so that's a double up. You have the quarterly below the yearly, the monthly below the and the monthly below the quarterly. So that is a slingshot zone, and the first clue, as usual, will be a weekly close above the weekly upper pivot. So look for that. Really important to be patient. The Mexican, we talked about the US dollar Mexican. That shows you just how patient you need to be. Popped right up to that upper weekly pivot. We've been watching it and watching it and watching it, and it keeps failing right at the last day. So that's why the closes are critical. Okay, so there you go there. Had a crack at it and that failed. So now we're looking for a weekly close above this level for it to confirm that it's going higher at the end of the week. Look into the month ahead in terms of the projected pivots. How's it looking? Well, it's actually looking, the monthly level has come into equilibrium, so these pink pivots are within the quarterlies, but the quarterlies are still underneath the yearly, so this is a slingshot zone and we are at support. So critical to wait for the close and don't preempt it. Right guys, I hope that helps. Do something on the energy markets next.